There are growing concerns about Mayor Todd Gloria's proposal to eliminate a cap on pension eligibility for a key member of his administration. Now, the proposal would allow COO Jay Goldstone to collect his fourth pension while still getting a full salary from the city. Wow. Chairman of Reform California, Carl DeMaio, says this proposal amounts to double dipping. DeMaio joins us now to explain. My goodness, we're talking about some big bucks here.
Yeah, it's not just double dipping, Ginger. It is quadruple dipping because Jay Goldstone, who, by the way, is a great guy, very capable manager, but he retired from not one, not two, but three previous government jobs: San Mateo County, the city of Pasadena, and also the city of San Diego. Every year, he's pulling in over $185,000 worth of pension checks at taxpayer expense. Which is an extraordinary pension for someone to be bringing in. And now what he's saying is, oh, I've decided I want to go back to work, but I'll still draw the pension checks from the city of San Diego and Pasadena and San Mateo County. And on top of that, earn $350,000 more as chief operating officer. He will be pulling in at taxpayer expense more than $500,000 a year. This is an abuse. If he wants to retire, then he should stay retired and then go work in the private sector. But to then say, let me come back and then pass a special law to allow me to quadruple dip, it's a slap in the face to taxpayers who know that pension abuses are rampant in city government.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this is just something that so many folks don't pay attention to until you hear these numbers, and they have to be so gargantuan to get our attention because, as you just brought up, so Mayor Gloria did what yesterday?
He quietly sent draft legislation to the Civil Service Commission, which has to approve any change like this in compensation for city employees. There is a reason why we have a law on the books in the city of San Diego that caps any retiree from coming back to work for more than 720 hours a year. We put that in place because sometimes there's an emergency and you need to bring someone in who has a special skill set. It should be the exception, not the rule. But now Todd Gloria wants to get rid of that cap and allow this individual to come back to work for however long he would like to do it. And make no mistake about it, if he's making this exemption for one person, he will then seek a total exemption for everyone else. 4 taxpayer-funded payments for one individual, that's entirely outrageous, particularly when the city faces a budget shortfall. So I'm calling on the city council to reject Mayor Todd Gloria's outrageous stunt here to try to pass a law to benefit one person to authorize quadruple dipping of a pensioner in the city of San Diego.
You know, I know Todd Gloria, he doubled his pay when he took over the realms over Mayor Faulconer. Tough time when so many people are, worried about losing their homes and, don't have jobs. And added to that, the Democrats hold a supermajority on the city council. That's Todd Gloria's party. So do you think there's any chance this doesn't get the green light from the council?
Oh, they're going to drink the Kool-Aid. They're so arrogant at City Hall that they all increased their salaries on December 10th of last year in the middle of a pandemic. And now they're talking about tax increases, a property tax increase, a sales tax increase. They're even looking at a stormwater tax, first time ever, and a garbage tax, all in the city of San Diego. But these people are giving out raises and allowing someone to be a quadruple dipper. It is so offensive. It really shows their arrogance. They believe that because they're a supermajority party and most of the media doesn't cover these sorts of stories, with the exception of KUSI, that they can get away with anything and that there's no check on them. Well, I think the voters ultimately are going to open their eyes. I see that with the recall of Governor Gavin Newsom. And I think that Todd Gloria will be held accountable. What we have to do is keep raising the issue, educating people, alerting them as to what's really happening at City Hall, and let them decide whether it's appropriate.
Yeah, so what should folks do? Reach out? Should they, contact their city council member and say, hey, we know about this and we're either okay or not okay with it?
Absolutely. That's the first step, is make sure the council members know that this is completely unacceptable. And secondly, I do encourage people to hold the media to account. For example, the Union Tribune has completely decided not to be a watchdog anymore. They're a lapdog. If you're a subscriber, cancel. Or at least say that you will cancel unless they start providing better coverage and holding these politicians accountable. Also, join a citizens group. Get involved. Don't just simply accept this. Obviously, at Reform California, we're always very happy to have volunteers work with us on our various projects. But be part of a planning board, a community group. Let other residents know what you're learning, because sometimes you're going to be the only source of information on scams like this. So we've posted the story online at reformcalifornia.org. People can click on the story and share it. But my hope is that by raising this issue, at least there's some shame that's applied and that they'll back off. I don't think it's going to happen, but hey, let's try.
Meantime, I'm going to encourage my 18-year-old to go work for the city. Just joking. All right, Carl.
No, you know what? I don't hold that against anyone. I really don't blame the employees. I blame the politicians.
I just have to laugh or cry at one point, so I chose to laugh. All right, Carl. All right. Thank you so much. Good to talk with you tonight.
Thanks so much.